What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. In today's video, we're going to be going over all the best plays for the market today, some important news that happened, and at the end of the video, we have a $4.7 million options trade that expires this Friday, so make sure to stick around for that. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. We post brand new videos every single day. And also, don't forget to text StockedUp to 39970 for special market updates and things like that. But Tom, let's get right into today's video.
Yeah, I just went ahead and brought up Robinhood.com really quick because the first thing we're going to be talking about is Robinhood. And CNBC reports that Robinhood collected $331 million in payment for order flow in the first quarter of 2021, according to a recent SEC regulatory filing. And of these payments, $133 million came from their equity trades and $198 million came from the options trades. And also, Robinhood is expected to go public on the NASDAQ in the first half of 2021. And, we did talk about Robinhood yesterday as well, with Warren Buffett kind of saying that all Robinhood is just a good avenue for gambling on options and like gambling type of trades and really short-term trades. And obviously Warren Buffett does longer-term type of trades, but it's very interesting to see that Robinhood is making $331 million in the first quarter alone, just off of order flow. And of that, it's even crazier to see that the higher amount of the money on that flow came from options trading rather than from the equity trades. And I just thought that was very interesting, especially the day after Warren Buffett said that about Robinhood.
All right, let me say this again. $331 million for the first quarter of 2021. That is crazy. And like you already said, Tom, $198 million of that was for options trading. So basically, if you guys don't know, Robinhood makes a lot of money by selling your order flow to other institutions. So even though they don't charge any commissions, let's say you're trying to buy an option contract for $100, right? And you submit that order. What they'll do is they'll send that order to a company like Citadel, and Citadel, they might make you pay like $105, and then they keep the spread between the 100 and 105, and then they make their money like that. There's a lot of different advanced ways that they use, and a lot of these methods aren't even public information. So either way, that's just crazy to hear. $331 million for only the first quarter of 2021.
Yeah, definitely. And we always hear that saying, like, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. And or you also hear the saying, like, if it's free, it's too good to be true. And that is the case here with Robinhood. They are selling that flow, and I'm sure they make quite a bit of money off that. And I'm sure a lot of times, guys, like if you guys just do a quick market order on Robinhood, you guys will see that the fills on there are pretty bad. And like, for example, like on TradeStation or Charles Schwab or something like that, they have stuff in place to get you in at the lowest price possible, whereas Robinhood probably doesn't do that. And from my own experience using Robinhood, it doesn't seem like that they give you the best fills, that's for sure. And sometimes it'll even fill you like 5 minutes later on a market order. I mean, sometimes Robinhood can lag behind pretty bad, but at the same time, it's good that it's free. But now all the other brokers are doing it as well.
Yeah, so to Robinhood's defense, a lot of other brokerages, even including some of the biggest ones, do sell their order flow. But either way, just make sure to use limit orders. And if you can, maybe check out some premium brokers. I know Charles Schwab is pretty good. And even TradeStation, like Tom said, I like TD Ameritrade. But I don't know, their fills aren't the best. So definitely shop around. And then, Tom, what other major news happened in the market today?
Yeah, there's some pretty good news for the overall market, but we did see it kind of go down at the end of the day today. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is suspending all the COVID restrictions, and in his quotes, he says that we are no longer in a state of emergency, and he says that the fact is that we're no longer in that emergency, and he acknowledged that Florida is still not done fighting against the coronavirus, but reiterated that the nation's decline in COVID-19 cases and deaths are pretty much the reason why he's reopening the state. But overall, it didn't really help the market pop up too much today, but some markets did kind of pop up, or some sectors I should say. Like if we go look at like CCL, it didn't necessarily pop up, but you can see it kind of gapped up early in the morning and then held its ground at least, which was nice to see. But hopefully, as this news comes out that Florida's kind of reopening, we see a pop more out of CCL, UAL, some of those airlines, and maybe even stocks like Boeing and some of those other ones that are going to do great whenever these states do start reopening. And obviously, a lot of cruises leave out of Florida, so I think that'll be even better for the cruise lines here.
Alrighty, so Tom, I was looking at some crude oil futures as well as like ExxonMobil and Chevron. So what's going on with oil prices right now?
Yeah, it says that the crude oil prices really rallied as signs of further strength in demand continue to emerge. And the emergence of several U.S. cities from lockdown is stoking confidence of stronger demand in gasoline ahead of the key U.S. summer driving season, ANZ research said in a note on investing.com. And that's very interesting because we are getting into that driving season, as they say, where people start to really buy up more gasoline than they're used to. And right now, the price is kind of high already, and we're going to see a stronger demand come in. So we might see a pop out of some stocks like Exxon and Mobil and British Petroleum, which might get to take advantage of some of these higher gas prices. And obviously, gas is going up right now because of COVID-19 and everything like that that's been going on. Also, there's been a strong record daily of COVID cases in India, which is a big deal as well. But at the same time, we see that Exxon is popping off of this news kind of today, and also obviously crude oil went up, which probably dragged Exxon up with it. But definitely look at some of these oil stocks over the next few weeks to few months as we kind of see this driving season come into effect. And also these gas prices are getting pretty high here, and if we do see an increase in demand, I think that some of these companies are definitely going to take advantage of those prices.
All right, Tom, let's check out Home Depot. So this stock has just been exploding over the past month or two. It actually broke all-time highs today. And what I want to pull up for everyone are lumber futures. So slash LBS. I'm sure a lot of you already know, but the price of lumber has just exploded over the past year. I'm sure you've seen like crazy or like funny memes all over the internet of, how expensive lumber is. And it's actually having a big impact on the real estate market. But I just wanted to bring this up. Just seeing a chart of how lumber has just exploded, and to see how Home Depot is also exploding off of that. So I'm sure they are benefiting from this situation, because if they weren't, I doubt their stock would be exploding like it is.
Yeah, for sure. And they obviously sell lumber, and I'm sure that they've had some stockpiled. Now they're just taking full advantage of those prices, and it's going to be great to see. And like you said, it did affect the overall housing market as well. But it's awesome to see Home Depot still ripping up to the upside. And this move out of lumber is honestly insane. And we'll probably cover it in tomorrow's video a little bit more. But it's a crazy market right now. If lumber continues up tomorrow, this is going to be insane. And there's just been tons of memes and stuff lately about it. So it's definitely an interesting situation, and definitely a wrench that's been thrown into the housing market as well.
Well, Tom, go to like LBS futures and look at like a max weekly chart. It looks like a meme stock almost. Look at, like, especially a max weekly, it's just going up and up and up and up. See, it's just like exponential.
Yeah, it is really. I mean, man, wow, $300 lows and $1,600 highs. It almost reminds me of Tesla pre-split.
True, true, true. All right, well, let's get right into the momentum plays and then the member of the day. So today's member of the day is Seth Q5. So huge shout out, Seth. Let's pull up Discord here, Tom. So we can see that Seth made a post in the Discord channel. His account's at over 12,000 today. And just last week, he just crossed above 10,000. So awesome job, Seth. Huge congratulations. And, keep growing that account. And, just be careful. Always have risk management strategies in place. But awesome job with everything. And, keep us updated on your growth, over the next couple months.
Yeah, definitely. That's an awesome thing to see. Any growth like that is awesome. That is pretty significant. 10,000 to 12,000 within 1 week. Congratulations. It says NKLA is down there in pre-market. Hopefully he wasn't trading Nikola. No, I'm just joking, Seth. It's pretty, I know Nikola's had some shady stuff going on, but very, very good trades there. That's awesome to see you having that growth. And man, you've been in the Discord for a long time, and it's just awesome to see someone who's been in there for so long get that type of growth like that.
Sounds great. Well, Tom, let's get right into the momentum plays for tomorrow. And with the first one, we have Pfizer to the upside.
Yep, with PFE, let's go ahead and make it pass above $40 even tomorrow. And it's even popping up in after hours right now.
All right. And then with the next one, we have UPS.
UPS, another riser today. We've been talking about this one a lot, but make it break above 213.50 tomorrow.
All right, and then we have AMD, but to the downside.
Yeah, this one's starting to scare me a little bit, but make it fall below $78 even.
All right, so we are eyeing PFE and UPS for potential day trades tomorrow, only if they can break above the level Tom listed. And then we are eyeing AMD for a potential day trade tomorrow to the downside, only if it breaks below the level Tom listed. But now let's get right into the $4.7 million options trade for this week. We are looking at the mRNA 190 strike call options. They expire this Friday, May 7th. Now, Tom, I want to ask you first, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, I mean, it is coiling up here at the top. It's starting to look pretty good. I personally feel like that I know that it's a little bit out of the money. It's like $4. I personally feel like they're long it. I mean, all-time highs are at $190. And today, let's see how close we got. Today, we tested 189, so we got pretty close. I just have a feeling we will retest that level tomorrow. I'm not too sure, but it is a pretty good resistance up there at 190. And I would feel like that we would kind of test that. And we did get close, but I have a good feeling we will hit that. It's one of those stocks, Moderna. They have had a lot of big moves here lately off of this vaccine news, and also like a lot of people might have to take that third vaccine over the next year. So it kind of keeps Moderna going instead of falling off because they know obviously if you're immune to the virus, then you don't need any more vaccines, right? So now people have to keep getting vaccines as the years go by. So that should help Moderna in the longer run. And obviously their stock has been bouncing quite a bit over the past month. So I would not be surprised if they started to possibly move above these all-time highs over the next couple of days, or at least got a little bit closer.
All right, so Tom, I'm going to disagree with you. So I'm going to say that they are shorting these 190 calls. Looking at the chart, to me, they look overextended. And, these calls are about $4 out of the money, and they're actually, right at that all-time high, which is a pretty big resistance level. So I'm going to say that they're shorting these calls, and they want these options to decay in value, and they would want mRNA below 190 by Friday. So, we'll see what happens by the end of the week. We'll have to check in on this one. And then a side note is that they also have earnings. So they have earnings on the 6th. So, we'll see what happens, and we'll definitely check in on it later in the week. But let's get right into our questions from the previous episode. With the first question, we have Piper saying, "Go Skills Go." So SKLZ. She said, thoughts on MASS and DDD. ARK is buying a small position daily this past week. Leaps question mark. So Tom, first let's take a look at we could start with MASS. So MASS, what do you think?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure I like this one too much. It did IPO like earlier this year, right at the beginning of the year, it looks like, or at the end of last year. And I'm not sure I like the movement too much right now. We're around $50. It had highs around 80. So I'm just not too sure on it right now. I would not be surprised if we started to come down and possibly retest $50 over the next couple of days, as it looks like we're kind of coming back down towards that support. But I don't know what they do fundamentally, but overall, in the shorter term, I don't like them, but I don't know what they do fundamentally, like I said. So in the longer run, they could be pretty good if they do something pretty significant.
All right, so DDD is the next one. I like this one. They have to do with 3D printing. I like them right now. I think that they're at a pretty good level. I'm not a huge fan, but either way with these stocks, it's always good to see that, if ARK is buying in, that could be a good sign. Of course, that doesn't mean that the play is guaranteed to go up, but it is always a good sign. So what do you think about DDD?
Yeah, I like this one a little bit better. I think it has a little bit better movement, especially over the past year. We can see it's still up, even though it's been coming down quite a bit. Over even this year alone, it's still up a little bit. Looks like it was around $11 or $12 at the beginning of the year there. But overall, I mean, I think that 3D printing should do great for the longer term. If we look at the 3D printing ETF called PRNT, we can see that this is actually ARK's 3D printing ETF. This is probably what they were buying 3D on, but you can see that this one's actually holding the 100 SMA and is down quite a bit as well. So if you wanted to get into the 3D printing, I think that this ETF might be the way to go, especially with it being down around 20% or something from the all-time high. Yeah, let's see, it's right around 25% almost.
Alrighty, and then we have Bravo saying, awesome show, guys. Can you guys look at ENPH? Is it a good entry? So I really like this stock, Enphase, ENPH. They are a solar company. I like them right now. I have some cash secured puts on them. I think it's a 120 strike. I think it's at a good level, and it doesn't hurt to, start to slowly average in. But overall, I like it. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, I really like it down there at $120. I think that's a great level, Mike, that you picked up those cash secured puts at on those strikes. I think that's an amazing strike if you're trying to go for that. And it just keeps going down, it looks like. I'm not sure it's going to hit 120. I see a pretty good support on the way down at like 130. So honestly, if it breaks 130, I could easily see it hitting 120. But I think that we'll see a lot of movement or chop there at that 130 level.
Alrighty, and then we have Tiago saying, nice video again, guys. For the weekly straddle posted on Facebook, what do you recommend doing if it pops basically in pre-market on Monday? My Sunday night orders haven't been getting filled, and I just got filled at $43 for the T straddle after it was already up the 20% earlier. Thanks for the help. So great question here. Most of the time, if like let's say like we have the straddle at the $31.50 strike, and let's say like this week, let's say it gaps up on Monday and it already pops at 20%. Most of the time, I like to just like, all right, like it already popped, like it is what it is, and there's just no play. Sometimes you can re-enter. It is riskier though. So like a simple answer, most of the time if it just pops up and it already like moves, I would just rather skip the play. That's just me, and that would be the safer option. You can always re-enter if it does fall. It's just riskier. Another idea is, I'm not sure if you're using like Thinkorswim or which brokerage, but you can actually have like straddle orders. Like, I mean, this is pretty advanced, but you can have orders like automatically cancel themselves. Like if the mark price rises by X amount, or cancel it by a certain time, you can have it automatically cancel. So that's just like an idea for the future. So I hope this answer helped you. But Tom, what are some of the top stocks you're watching for tomorrow?
Yeah, like we talked about, crude oil is doing great. And I think that Exxon and Mobil is starting to really heat up here on the daily chart, especially if the price of gas is up like it is. I think that they're going to start to make quite a good profit if people start really buying up more gas than usual. Obviously, if the price of gas goes up, they're going to make more money. So obviously, that's just how that would work there. But really, watch for this one to break up above possibly 59.50 tomorrow, or even the high of today around 59. I think it could be a pretty good runner, and it held its strength, held its highs today, and kept going up. It did have bad earnings the other day, but it did erase all of those losses today and come right back up. So hopefully Exxon and Mobil and the oil market can start to heat back up and maybe head back up in the upper direction here over the next couple months as people start driving again with summer going on, and also as these lockdowns start to ease.
Sounds good. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments down below, and come join Tom and I live every single morning on the new Stocked Up live channel. The link is in the description down below. Tom and I have been going live every single morning at Market Open. So come subscribe to our new channel and join us live. If you want to trade directly with Tom and I every single day, day trades, swing trades, and access to our bots, you can click the first link in the description down below for about $40 off. And if you have any questions, let us know in the comments down below. But other than that, thanks for watching.